Hi, it's Phil Stone. We're going to talk about how to autoplay YouTube videos, and you'll find more tips on marketing on the internet at powerlinetraining.com. Now, autoplay is not always a great idea. Keep that in mind. If you have a site where you expect visitors to return over and over again, every time they come back, they're going to hear your autoplaying video, and they have to either rush to stop it or deal with it. Sometimes that can be rather annoying and might even hurt the number of people that come back and forth to your site. So be careful with that. Now, if you have a sales page that you expect someone to visit maybe once or twice, well, fine. Use autoplay. And remember here, you can always change it later. If you're not happy with the way it works, you can add it or take it away. And we're going to show you exactly how to do that. Now, when you want to do this on YouTube, the way you start is you go to your channel and you click on My Videos. And let's say I wanted to do network marketing from the streets to the web. If I wanted to put that on my blog site or my website, all I'd have to do is just click on that, and underneath it there's going to be this embed button. When I click on embed, it opens up this dialog box, and right here is the HTML code that I'm going to want to embed. But before I do that, I want to make some changes. Here's a couple things we'll talk about in a moment. Color, this is one of the things, and what we've chosen is blue. You notice if you look at the picture right there at the very bottom, you see that blue all the way around the bottom. If we had checked the dialog box show border, we'd have a nice border all the way around that in that blue, and that's typically how we do it for powerlinetraining.com. The only other little box you need to worry about here really is this one. You don't want to check that one, and the reason is if you do check it, YouTube is going to go ahead and suggest that your viewer watch other videos with similar titles and similar keywords in their description. And you certainly don't want to be promoting other people's videos on your blog site or your website or capture page. Another thing, you got to pick size. And what we've done here is we've highlighted the 480 by 385. Now, if you look up in the code, you see 480 by 385. If I wanted to, let's say, make that larger after it was actually already on my site, just by changing those two numbers to something that's in the right proportion, like maybe 640 by 505, it will change the size of the video that shows up on the site. So be aware of that too. Pretty simple stuff, really. So once you get all that done, you make all your choices, you highlight everything in here in the code, and then if you have a PC, it's Control-C to copy it. That's all you need to copy it. And then what you do is take that and paste it. Now, where I paste it first is I usually paste it in a notepad or an email because I want to work with it first. Now here I used an email, and with Control-V on the PC, it'll paste it, and there's the code. Now realize that's what you're putting on your site. You're not actually putting the video on your site. You're putting the size and space of the video, and you're putting the links to the YouTube video that you have up on YouTube. See, YouTube is storing the video. That's why when you do it this way, you're adding a lot of video content to your site, but you're not using up much space at all because it's only the space of the code. That's the magic words that you have to put in. Ampersand autoplay equals 1. And you have to do that in two spots. And here's how to find that. First of all, you want to look for the actual URL to the video. And it starts right there with the http://www.youtube. Now, you look for those quotation marks right there. There's a second one. It's two places each time you see the code. So what you want to do is you want to follow from that set of quotation marks all the way to the end of the URL, and you want to insert this in between the end of the line and the next set of quotation marks, right here and right here. So you put ampersand autoplay equals 1 in both those spots, and bang, you got it. Now, to blow this up so you can see it a little bit more clearly, there you go, and that's where you put your cursor to do it. You could just copy the ampersand autoplay equals 1 on your notebook and put it in here, put it in there, and bang, you're done. So that code is in there, and now the next time when you paste this into your blog site, somebody goes to the video, it'll start right away as soon as they open that page right up. Now here is the code as it was copied originally, and there's my little magic code. So when I copied that and pasted it, here's what happened. It opened up these two spaces. Now, I'm one of these rather be safe than sorry people. This may be read fine by the servers, but I don't know. It may create an issue. So what I did is I just put my cursor here, and hit the delete button, which brought that line back up, just like when you're doing that in Word. Same thing here, brought that line back up. So there's my end result. And I want you to know something too. One of the reasons why I put this on a notepad or save it someplace is if I ever need to refer to it again. I always title what this is so I know what it is, which video, and I keep this. And if you ever put this in your site and for some reason it didn't work correctly and you wanted to remove it, remember that it starts right here with object and it ends with /object. So anything between those 2 points, if you erase that, you've erased everything that you put onto your site. Keep that in mind. So back out of the code and in a normal view, this is what you're going to see. You're just seeing the space that's been allocated by the number of pixels, the 500 by 480 or whatever the size is. And if you want to get back in there, and let's say, for example, you have a video up and you want to go in and add the autoplay, or you have the video up and you have the autoplay and you want to take it out. Well, put your cursor right there at the very end of the video and in the regular viewing mode, and then take a look at it from a code standpoint. When you do that, all you have to do is look for the cursor in the code. There is the cursor. So I know that right above that is going to be all the code that I'm looking for to either add or change that. And there you go. There's object, just like we were looking for. And then you see at the end of that, http://. So I can just trail along that right down there and scroll along until I find the next quotation marks at the end of that URL and either add that magic ampersand autoplay equals 1 or delete it, depending upon what I want to do. Just don't forget there are 2 places to do this. This is a really simple thing. It's not hard to do. It's very easy. It may look a little strange if you're not accustomed to working with HTML, but it's really simple. Give it a shot. By the way, there's lots of other tips, how to market on the internet, little trainings like this at powerlinetraining.com. That's where you're going to find me, Phil Stone. I'll be there waiting for you. Bye-bye.